Hello everyone, you're watching Quick Flicks, and today I'm going to tell you about the 2021 film Cube. Cube! What the heck? It all starts with a man carefully entering a room where opening a new passage awaits him. A trap is waiting inside, transporting him to a new world. We then switch to a trio who have no idea how they ended up here. Their personal belongings are also missing. Suddenly, a compartment opens and a man comes out moving cautiously. He opens the upper room immediately, but the first victim falls out while a girl crawls out of the next room. There's no time to talk. An expert demonstrates a method for identifying traps in neighboring rooms, and they discover another room that is safe. Having moved there, they introduce themselves. The girl's name is Kai. The guys are Oti, Shinzi, Gateuchi, experienced Ida, and the little Homichi Haru. Ida decides to move to a new room where they find someone's button while she draws. The group starts exploring many rooms. The space keeps getting smaller. Haru also notices sets of numbers assigned to each room, and a little later, they find another survivor named Kazumasa. They realize they have no choice but to follow him. That's bad luck. He also lowers a rope from the ceiling, which everyone can use to climb. This time, Poti goes first, and Homichi tries to memorize every room number. A sudden gust of wind turns on. Huge saws hang from the ceiling. The group tries to find a way out, but nothing opens except a trapdoor on the floor, which allows everyone to escape. After a short break, Oichi starts talking about room numbers with traps, and with the help of a button, begins calculating equations. Gateuchi decides to help and adds his remarks. Perhaps the numbers hide the way to escape. According to the notes, rooms with traps have prime numbers, and rooms without traps have composite numbers. The middle room matches this pattern. They just need to test the theory. And it works. But whether it will always work is uncertain. The group navigates through several rooms again, avoiding the prime-numbered ones. But frustration awaits them. All new rooms have prime numbers. Going back is not an option. Because of this, Kazumasa yells, triggering a trap in the next room. If they were quiet, it might have been possible to pass. Gateuchi goes first and easily reaches the room. The rest of the group follows, but Shinzi's boot slips, activating a saw. Luckily, Kazumasa only gets scratched. Naturally, a verbal argument starts. Kazumasa begins to suspect that Cindy controls the rooms and wants to eliminate them. Meanwhile, the room turns green. They feel joy after escaping the trap. But as Cindy grows angry, the room gradually changes to red. This isn't crucial because they find a map of the cube. Cindy's emotions get out of control. The room turns fully red, a trap activates, and gas starts leaking through cracks. The group runs. This shows that even without simple numbers, traps can still exist. They cannot fully understand the maps, but one thing is clear: the cube isn't infinite. Then how did they return to the beginning? Hope fades quickly, but they assume the cube is mobile, and every sound means rooms are shifting positions. The group continues forward. Gateuchi finds out that Ida has little time. Something important awaits him in the real world. Haru checks the numbers, but the cop shifts position poorly, causing Haru to fall into a room with prime numbers. Gateuchi saves him at the last moment, but they cannot survive together. Ida decides to join in. This costs Ida his life, but he saves everyone. At the same time, he fails to complete something important in the real world. Gateuchi calculates Cartesian coordinates of the room with neighboring ones. If they cross 4 rooms on the y-axis, they might reach a bridge or crossing, but it's only a theory. Adding up numbers from neighboring rooms gives 24. That's their target. Kazumasa thinks this is punishment for deceiving people all his life. Their conversation is cut off by a grill, forcing them to continue separately. As Kazumasa checks a new room, Shinzi smiles behind him. The trio enters a new room, creating a fragment of Gatayuchi's life, where he tries to save his brother but cannot change fate and must let go. Then Gatayuchi enters a new room. Things are worse for him. Shinzi begins despising Kazumasa, accusing him of arrogance.
Watch your words.
With the numbers demonstration, back to the trio, Haru asks why Gatachi removed his hand at the last moment if he wanted to save his brother. Without an answer, he opens the lower hatch and jumps, allowing Gatachi to correct the mistake and lend a helping hand. Kai opens the barrier, exposing wind and emptiness. Using the boot, they estimate 50 meters down, then give the button. Meanwhile, one room shifts, revealing a hole in the wall. It is likely behind room 999, which Kai saw earlier in the center. The trio starts returning, encountering Cindy in a battered state. Cindy quickly claims Kazumasa was trapped with a smile. Haru tries to show Cindy is lying, while Kai checks room 999. A scuffle begins. Cindy admits what she did and recounts being bullied as a child, sending the story to Haru. Anger overwhelms him. He doesn't know how to fix it. Elimination seems like the solution. Haru tries to protect Gatachi, but the numbers are against him and the light changes. They shout there is only one way out: elimination! Suddenly, the room starts separating. Fight it, Gatachi. Seeking to atone, fights Shinzi, whose fate is to fall into a trap from the room above. Time is short, but Shikara reaches rescue room 999, leaving Gatachi in the death room. In front of the surviving duo is a way out. So far, Kai asks only one question. Does Haru really want to leave? She hints that she may be involved in creating this cube. Haru answers simply, he still has time to change his life, and Kai lets the cop leave. That's where the movie ends. With you was Quick Flicks, but as always, you can rate this movie in the comments or suggest something interesting. We read all comments. I'll see you very soon. Bye.